Welcome to At Home with Music, and welcome back to our Wednesday series from ears to fingers. I almost got it backwards. These are not fingers, these are ears. Anyway, you've learned scales. You've learned how to construct a scale on every key, essentially, by using the proper series of whole steps and half steps. Now you've also learned how to construct intervals. You remember how to do that? And now what we're going to do is take the scale. We'll start with the basic C major scale, and we're going to create a chord on every note of the scale. And you'll see how this works. First of all, we're going to number the chords, or rather not number the chords, but number the keys, number the notes from 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, and then 8 is actually 1 again. So 1 through 7 maybe would be a better way to put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what we're going to do is build a 3-note chord on each one of these 7 pitches. So on C, we're going to add E and G. And you'll remember from music basics that this is the C major chord. It is what we would call the 1 chord in the key of C major. There it is. Now, if we go to the next one, first of all, I want you to notice, is this chord major or minor? You remember how we learned to tell the difference between major and minor sound. Listen to that chord. That's a major chord. I'm going to show you another way, after I show you all the chords, how to determine if it's major or minor by looking at the intervals. But first, let's just look at the chords. C major, and then if we build a chord staying within the C major scale, we don't want to use any notes that are not a part of the C major scale. So this one, we call this the minor 2. Why? Because it's a minor chord. D minor. It's another chord that you know. You know all the basic chords. These are just basic chords, but they're arranged in a new way. So this is D minor. That's minor 2. So we call this 1, minor 2, and then if we build a chord on this one, on E, we get another minor chord, E minor, and we're going to call this minor 3. And then on F, we get F major. That's one of our very basic chords from way back at the beginning. We call that 4. Then the G major chord, which we build on G, we call that 5. And then 6 on A. This would be minor 6 because it's a minor chord. Now this one's a little strange. We call that diminished. Built on B. We call that diminished 7. So we have major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, 7th. Now, let's talk about how these chords are constructed using intervals. You remember what a major third looks like? There it is. Another way to count to a major third would be to go 1, 2, 3, 4, counting all the keys. And then, on top of the major third, we add a minor third. From E to G is a minor third. So if you put a major third on the bottom, think of it like blocks. Major third on the bottom, minor third on the top, major chord. But here, we flip it upside down. We've got 1, 2, 3 half steps, which equals this minor third. You can even hear the difference between major third, minor third. And then we add a major third, 1, 2, 3, 4, minor chord. And then this one would be constructed the same way, minor third on the bottom, major third on top. This one, we're back to the original major chord construction of a major third on the bottom, minor third on top. Same thing here. This one is minor. This one is all minor thirds. In fact, if you continue, just a little fun extra here, if you continue going up minor third. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You get the big dramatic diminished chord. So there you go. Now you see a way to find the chords. We give them numbers. So in the key of C major, this would be 1, minor 2, minor 3, 4, 5, minor 6, diminished 7. Why are we doing this? This is going to prepare you to learn how to transpose. We're not going to worry about that right now, but I want you to have this foundational knowledge when we learn how to transpose, which is playing a song that you figured out by ear, and then if somebody says, well, play that in a different key, you'll be able to say, yeah, sure, I can do that. Listen to this. And you'll be able to do it. All right, that's it for this lesson in From Ears to Fingers. What we're going to be doing in the next video is looking at some basic chord sequences, chord progressions. A lot of songs have very familiar chord progressions. Eventually, you're going to get to the point where you can recognize them, or you can almost guess with a high degree of accuracy what chord is coming next. So I look forward to that. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I'd love to have you aboard, and I'll talk to you later.